Shalom, shalom. This video is about the Gospel of John, chapter 16, verses 16 to 33. That Yeshua's disciples finally understood that Yeshua is from Elohim. And it starts with Yeshua talking. He said, "A little while and you will no longer see me, and again in a little while you will see me." Then some of his disciples said to one another, "What does he mean by telling us, a little while and you will no longer see me, and a little while again and you will see me? And what does he mean with, because I'm going to the Father?" They kept on saying, "What is this he's saying, a little while? We don't know what he's talking about." Yeshua knew that they wanted to question him, so he said to them, "Are you asking each other about this that I said, a little while and you will no longer see me, and again in a little while you will see me? Amen, amen, I tell you, you will weep and mourn, but the world will celebrate. You will be filled with sorrow, but your sorrow will turn into joy. When a woman is in labor, she has pain because her hour has come. But when she gives birth to the child, she no longer remembers the anguish because of the joy that a human being had been born into the world. So also you have sorrow now, but I will see you again, and your heart will rejoice. No one will take your joy away from you. In that day you will ask me nothing. Amen, amen, I tell you, whatever you ask the Father in my name, he will give you. Up to now you've not asked for anything in my name. Ask and you will receive, so that your joy may be full. These things I've spoken to you in metaphors," probably parables as well. "In an hour is coming when I will no longer speak to you in metaphors or parables, but will tell you plainly about the Father. In that day you will ask in my name, and I am not telling you that I will ask the Father on your behalf. For the Father himself loves you, because you've loved me and have believed that I came forth from God. I came forth from the Father and have come into the world. Again I'm leaving the world and going to the Father." His disciples said, "See, now you are speaking plainly and not in metaphors or parables. Now we know that you know everything and have no need to be asked anything. By this we believe that you came forth from God." Yeshua answered them, "Do you now believe? Look, the hour is coming, and indeed it has come, when you will be scattered, each to his own, and you will abandon me. Yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. These things I've spoken to you, so that in me you may have shalom. In the world you will have trouble, but take heart, I've overcome the world." I just want to, maybe on a sideways remark, say what Yeshua said here, "You will abandon me, yet I'm not alone, because the Father is with me." I think that verse gives us some light later on to understand what Yeshua was saying on the cross when he died, because the popular translation says, my God, why have you forsaken me?" But the alternative translation says, my God, this is what I came for." And we'll explore it when we get there. But this verse will have application there, I believe. The disciples responded to Yeshua with, "Now we know that you know everything and have no need to be asked anything. By this we believe that you came forth from God." So to this prayer Yeshua asked, and I'm paraphrasing now, how come that they only come to believe that he was from God at that moment in time when he was about to be arrested and trialed and crucified, and not from the miracles he demonstrated before? How come? The TLV English text is clumsy and muddled, so that we're forced to consider other translations, and I read from the TLV before, so we're forced to consider other translations and even the Greek text in order to guess the original Hebrew for clarity. Firstly then, from the Greek text, the disciples said that Yeshua spoke openly or plainly, from the Greek word parousia. I guess that's where we get to paraphrase from as well. They said that he did not speak in parables or parumia, paroimia. Then they believe from pisteuomen that apotheo excelsis, and that is that Yeshua came from God, or Yeshua from God came out. I find it perplexing that the Greek text used theo here, which seems from other places to be linked to the false gods, and the text is not using kyrios. And we sometimes say kyrios is mementos that we buy, little statues. So it seemed to me before that we swapped the meaning of these two Greek words in our application and meaning in the way we understand them today. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Strong's lexicon links theo to any deity or to a magistrate, so that the dual meaning of creator and judge, which is contained in the Hebrew name of Elohim, is also carried in theo. And excelsis means to exit in this sentence, but excellent adds an interesting secondary meaning to the expression excelsis. Strong's lexicon says that excelsis means to issue stock, for instance, or to hand over something. In other words, Yeshua was handed over to mankind in the hands of men. He was handed over, both to be born initially and now to be crucified. The Bible translations I looked at either says that the disciples believed that Yeshua came from God or came forth from God, the latter being more literal to the Greek. So I opted to look at two translations from Aramaic rather than the others were all translated from Greek. And what I found in those two translations was the Lamsa Bible first. The verse reads, "Now we understand that you know everything and you need no man to ask you. By this we believe that you have come forth from God." And the Aramaic Bible in plain English translation, that same verse reads, "Now we know that you know everything and that you do not need that anyone should ask you. In this we believe that you have proceeded from God." So I think the Greek texts indicate that Yeshua had no need to ask for clarity from any man, which is a slightly different interpretation than most of the English translations. While these two translations from Aramaic and several of the translations to English from Greek muddles this up a bit, in my opinion. My overall impression is that Yeshua, as a part of Elohim, separated out and congealed into flesh to come to earth as Yeshua. So maybe a bit like a living cell or a amoeba dividing itself to grow and propagate. Hence he was all-knowing and nobody could catch him out for not knowing anything. In this part was returning to Elohim, reuniting with him because God is one. And there is some food for thought there. Please let me know what you think. And I bid you shalom, shalom.